Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everybody. We are going to go ahead and get started in about 10 minutes. We will give a few minutes for everyone to show up, and then we will begin our session. Just a reminder for everyone that the session will be recorded. And to everyone who register, we will send via email in the next few days a link with the full recording. So don't worry, you will receive your recording via email. Also, please feel free to drop a message in the chat and let us know from where are you joining us. Also, if meanwhile during the session comes up some questions, please feel free to address them also in the chat. We will address them at the end of the webinar as we are having a Q&A session. I think we can start it. Yes, we can start it. And yes, my name is Alina Kifiak. I'm project manager here at Jagaad Academy. Thank you all for joining us this evening. We are very happy to have you all here. And yes, this is our agenda for today. Today we will explore the differences between backend and frontend developer. Also, we will cover the key skills that you need to become a developer. And we will dive into many useful topics, such as and we will answer to the question, what are the opportunities to learn the web developer? What is the demand for software developers in 2024? How to navigate and how to secure a job in IT field, and many other topics. But I think let's go to the first topic. So the main differences between backend and front-end developer. The backend and front-end developer differs from various perspectives and from various aspects. And here's just an overview. They're different from primary focus. They're using different languages, technologies, tools, and responsibility. They're also different in the interaction with the users. Indirect through data management on backend side and direct on front-end developer. But all these details will be covered by my colleague. And yes, I will handle the mic over to our coach and backend developer at Jagaad, Hennady Shvetko. Hennady, you have the mic.
Yes, hello. Thank you, Lina. So welcome, future tech leaders. My name is Hennady. I'm a senior software developer. My main point is PHP, and I'm also a backend coach at Jagaad Academy. So why I choose PHP as a backend development language? Because as you probably know, that PHP powers about 80% of web applications and websites in the world. So it's a really exciting and huge number of websites. That's why to do not learn PHP. I thought at the beginning, as I started my development career. And also PHP is a really easy to use and really easy to start learning programming language. So it has strong and huge community, and so this all makes PHP an excellent programming language to step into the IT. Roles and impact of backend development. What I would like to mention that backend development has some different roles all server-side logic and functionality, which websites and web application performs and use. It's everything positioned and placed on backend. So everything happens in background, and yeah, you as a future backend developers can deal with this, and yeah, you will handle the core application operations. Also, backend development, it's about database management. So backend developers are responsible for designing, maintaining, and managing databases, of course, which store all the information and these web application websites are working with this information. Also, another point which is really, really useful and really in demand is application integration. There's connecting various applications between each other using the APIs. And of course, that's also backend development stuff. I also would like to mention some essential skills for backend developers. And from my point of view, they are PHP, of course, as a backend language, programming language. With PHP coming together some frameworks, PHP frameworks like Laravel or Symfony. They are the most popular PHP frameworks at the moment. Also, backend developers have to know how to work with front end, so the basic knowledge of front end like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And of course, as I mentioned, backend developers are responsible for working with databases. So SQL is a must-have for backend developer. Also, in order to implement communication between different platforms, you have to understand APIs, you have to understand how to implement API, how to use an API, or even how to develop an API. And of course, nowadays, it's really, really important to know the basic security knowledge, because without this, your application will be hacked and customers will not be satisfied with this situation. What I would recommend you, how to start this journey in backend development and in IT in general. So first, I would recommend you to set some clear learning goals. So you have to decide which language do you prefer, um, which framework do you prefer to learn. And after these, you will start your learning path, and you have to build some practical projects. So you can find, even in internet, you can find some list of the practical projects which are the must-have for junior, for example, developers or middle developers or what else. And you have to, in parallel, while you're learning your programming language like PHP, you have to practice and build this project or projects. Of course, joining communities is also very important, because during the learning process, you will have a lot of questions, and who else can help you as a community of PHP, for example, or other languages, programming languages. So just join communities, ask questions, you will find anything there. And of course, keep learning and experimenting. So you Software developing, it's about the constantly learning process and experimenting, of course. You have always to learn anything new and try to implement this new and just learned stuff in your processes, so at your job. And yeah, that's why keep learning and experimenting is very, very important for backend developers. Yeah. So next speaker is our Ilkin, and I would like to just say last word that backend development, it's not only coding, it's also about solving problems and building systems which impact millions of websites and web applications. That's why backend development is really exciting and a really interesting field in IT branch. So let's code a smarter future together. And Ilkin, your turn. Thank you.
Thank you, Andy, for nice informations for our future engineers. Hey there, everyone, future front-end developers. Today, we're actually diving into an exciting world of front-end development and where the creativity and tech joins to create the digital experiences we love. So while Hannah told the backend covers the web's engine behind the scenes, the front end is actually a more friendly face. It's what users sees, touch, click on everyday processes. And I'm gonna give more details on those parts where you can start, how can you improve yourself. So to dive into front-end mastery, you need to know some technical skills, which is actually here listed. You'll need to start basically with HTML and CSS, which is a building blocks of in a web layout. Then you can pick up a CSS preprocessor. In our course, we're actually teaching SCSS, which is more advanced styling tricks for dynamic and eye-catching designs. Then JavaScript is basically exists in, I would say, all of the applications where you just supercharge your website with interactive features. You need to also basically know the algorithms and data structures so that you can solve any problem and any business logic that you're facing. React and Next.js is something that I would recommend you to learn as well, because they're very trendy nowadays and picked up as a main frameworks. Then I would also recommend you to learn about the Docker, which also we teach in the course, where you can explore the world of containerization for smoother development workflows. All of these skills we're actually teaching in our course. By mastering front-end technologies, what you can get. If you want to have a gateway to a world of opportunities, front-end development is the way to go. With the businesses going digital, having a digital transformations, skilled developers who can create seamless user experiences are actually in high demand. So by mastering front-end technologies, you can open doors to really great career paths where you can enjoy a competitive salary and a lot of job openings. You can dive into an exciting projects, which is a good part of a front-end development, where you can work on different kind of businesses and making them digital and customers interacting with them. You can join a very thriving community where they are very supportive in terms of in the context of React and Next.js. You can find a lot of resources and help out there. And you actually, as a front-end developer, are shaping the future of technology and user experience. Yeah. Next, please. Yeah, I'd like to give a little bit information of our front-end development course in Jagaad Academy. Why you need to choose us in this front-end development adventure. So I would say our course is a fast ticket to mastering front-end development and stepping into the world of possibilities. Because if you join our course, you'll have a comprehensive curriculum. We dive deep into all essential front-end technologies, but we don't start from advanced right away. We start from scratch. We have a lot of hands-on projects, so we really get your hands dirty with real world projects that you can showcase your skills for future employers. You'll have an expert guidance, meaning, we have front-end engineers, and including me, with several years of experience, like 5-10 years of experiences. You can get real-world examples, helps, recommendations. You'll also have a career support, not from technical side, but HR side as well. From technical side, you'll get mock interviews, you'll have your resume reviews, will actually help you on job placement as well. So another point is we have a really great community here because we are already completed several iterations. So we have Jagaad community and previous graduates as well, where you can get help, what they did good, so that they could graduate the course and find a job. So if you're ready to kickstart your rewarding career in front-end development, join our course and unlock your potential. Doesn't matter where you are a newbie or seasoned pro to looking for leveling up. Our course is actually will meet your needs and exceed your expectations. Join us, and together let's create bright digital future. Thank you. And next is Igor. We'll talk about career paths and opportunities.
Thank you, Ilkin. Hello, everyone. Quick introduction. I work as a HR and talent acquisition coordinator at Jagaad, and my responsibility is to bring new people to the team. So today I would like to share with you what we will cover during the HR and career module during the course. Of course, to start with, just a little bit of showcase how the industry is living right now. This statistic is from the US market, which is a little bit different from the European one, but just to give you some comparison, that this salary, like 130,000 annually, it's more than twice than bigger than median salary in average across the country. So that's basically a good way with let's say, quite a small threshold to dive deeply into the industry. And again, the number of jobs, it's applicable not only to the US, but across the world. Number of jobs, number of requests, it's still rising. I'm not sure about the specific number, but still there is 100,000 missing places for work, requests for developers, sorry, in a single Europe. So yeah, even though the market is tough, there is still a need for qualified developers. So yeah, right now it's more than 400,000 jobs with a median salary of 100,000 and more with the bachelor's degree. But talking about my experience, how hiring my friends and people from the community, it's less requested to have a bachelor degree until you have really striving to learn, you have some base background. So it's not that crucial for now in 2024. So yeah. During the module, for sure, we will learn how to prepare a CV. So you will pass a check from a recruiter. Usually, it's not it's not a rocket science, but still there's something that definitely should be in your CV, starting from a super simple thing. It's a logical structure, because in average recruiters takes 5 to 10 seconds for initial screening of your CV before a proper one, but still you need to catch recruiter's eye with the logical structure, with the understanding, with the simple UX, with ATA's compliance to make your CV passing automatic screening from especially big companies doing this. So you should have like a keywords, again, logical structure, file type, and so on that we will cover. Contact information, professional summary, and work experience. Of course, even if you didn't have a prior experience in IT, there is still some things that might be useful in your future job, especially connected to domains, whether it's a fintech, medical, or other things. Of course, you need to highlight properly your education and showcase your skills and references. Yeah. Another important thing in current reality is to build your presence, build your personal brand. And the best tool for it is LinkedIn, no doubts. And also there is some crucial things to build your network is how to optimize your profile to show up in the search results for people searching, how to showcase your projects, and first of all, connect with relevant professionals, whether it's recruiters or people from your industry, if it's a front end or back end. So bunch of creators. Another thing, you always should engage with the content, like comments, create your own content. It's very important. And yeah, that's the thing that not many people using. It's relevant groups and communities, whether it's for job search in a specific area or again industry specific groups. So yeah, it's worth checking and learning. Yeah, of course. On the other note, searching for a job, it's still another job. So we are offering real life mock interviews, whether it's HR or technical. Sometimes it's really useful to understand your like some gaps that you might have, or especially in technical direction. You will receive feedback from our senior developers who work with Jagaad. And yeah, that will definitely help you improve your chances to land a successful technical interview. Yeah, basically how it will work. The whole course duration is 6 months with 4 live lessons per week. Of course, everything is done in English because we're international. Just to say, we have people in Jagaad, we have people from more than 15 countries right now. You will always have access to recorded classes in case you miss the class or want to return to the lecture. We offer this as well. Career services, that's what we discussed. Besides like CV interview preparation, soft skills assessment, we also have a partnership with a few recruiting platforms that will promote our graduates as well. And I really like this feature. It's option to one-on-one meetings with our coaches and tutors. So if in case you miss something or you have a blocker with the task, with the homework, you can always get back to the tutor and have one-on-one to solve these problems. Yeah, how it basically should look like. As we already told, we are going to start from scratch. Even though if you already have some experience, it's always better to start from scratch in case you had any blank gaps. So yeah, the first module is just the web fundamentals, how programming works, how to set up your IDE, and so on and so on. Then we will move to developer tools and the basics of JavaScript, then JavaScript paradigms and DOM, introduction to React framework and TypeScript, deep dive to React, and in the last module you will have a couple of projects to showcase in your CV, and the HR module where we discuss how to land the job successfully. Yeah, for backend it's similar. starting from fundamentals of PHP and backend in general, moving to web application and database basics, introduction to object-oriented programming, REST API, frameworks, specifically Laravel, managing PHP applications, and more deep dive to Laravel framework, and the same thing, a couple of pet projects in your GitHub. Yeah. Any questions? Feel free to shoot. Okay. I see the first question. What equipment do I need to study? Basically, you just need a laptop or computer with a stable internet, with web camera and microphone, because sometimes the classes are interactive. You communicate with the class, with your coach, and yeah, stable internet. It's also very important thing. Yeah. People asking, do I need to know math if I want to learn front end and back end? With this question, I would go to our coaches, Ilkin, Hennady. What do you think about this?
So my personal opinion that math is not so necessary to start learning backend development. So nothing so special with math to be a PHP developer. And actually, I would say math is not important from my point of view and from my experience.
And let me rephrase the question. What industries in IT do you think require math knowledge, really require?
So I think this data analysis and everything where people working with a huge amount of data there, you need definitely some statistics knowledge and so on. So
there's something like data science.
Data science, of course, and nowadays this artificial intelligence also requires math.
Yeah, agree with you.
But for backend development, it's fine without math.
Yeah, that's not rocket science at some point. Yeah. Is it true? It's nowadays very easy to find a job for a beginner? It's hard to say if it's hard or it's easy. You know, it's different for everyone. But you know, you just need to start looking. First of all, you need to start looking. You need to do the search, or job search, your another job. Basically, you need to do it regularly on a daily basis. You should apply, you should request, you should follow up. So it's not that easy that it was a couple of years ago, but still there is a chance and there is a need for qualified resources on the market. Okay, what's the next question? When are the classes starting? Approximately it will be the middle of June. We will share the exact date via email. So yeah, feel free to subscribe to our newsletter. Okay. The next one. How fast can you learn backend development to find a job? How much time do I need to devote? I can give you a couple of examples. So basically, from our previous iteration, we even had someone who found a job even before the course was completed. But it was, let's say, a single case. So basically, again, it has some, you know, it will take some time. So it's always better to start searching for it, to preparing for it a little bit in advance before the course completed. But if you dedicate enough time and your energy, I think 1 month, 2 months, it's something doable. So yeah, I would say so. It's not only my opinion, but it's feedback from our graduates from previous iteration. Why PHP for backend? I mean, I think that's simple, especially after Hennady mentioned that about 80% of websites are using PHP. And if someone is telling you that PHP is dying, this number, this websites won't go anywhere, at least for the next 10 to 20 years. And this language is still living organism. It still has a large, crazy community, new features, new updates. So yeah. How long the course takes? It takes 6 months with 4 live lessons per week. And yeah, about the same amount, more or less, same amount to do the homework. The time the work is best for you. Yeah, I would say. Hennady, I see a question for you. By your opinion, why PHP is better, for example, than a Python?
So we didn't tell that PHP is better than a Python. We told that PHP is easier to step into the programming languages and backend development. And again, so as Igor repeated, and I told that PHP it's a power engine of the 80%, about 80% of websites and applications. That's why we decided that PHP is better in the case when you want to start and when you want to step into the IT. So, but actually, I can't say that PHP is better than Python. Just for the beginners, it's easier.
And I would say for specific goals, you can use PHP, whether Python. But for web, I would say PHP is much better. Agree with Gennady. What is the cost of studying front-end development? It's the same actually for both front-end and back-end, and our price is starting from 167 euro a month. You can check in the link below on our website. You will check the prices, and it depends on the payment method, actually. So let's check if there are any other questions. Yeah, someone is saying that for web, PHP is go-to, and yeah, we can say it's true. How many hours per day? So again, if we count 4 live lessons, 2 hours each per week, and it's just approximate number regarding the homework. Guys, coaches, correct me if I'm wrong, but approximately it will take another like 10 hours per week to complete your homework. So yeah, approximate target is like 20 hours a week. How long
Actually, Igor, sorry for interrupting you. Actually, we are highly recommend to have to dedicate at least 15 hours per week to have good results at the end.
Yeah, at least 15 hours. That sounds good. How the course takes it? 6 months again. So yeah.
And I also want to add that we are offering scholarships. So the best top performer can have scholarships. But for more details, yes, you can access their website or even reach out directly to us, to me, to Igor, and we will be happy to share this opportunity. And exactly, here's our contacts. And yes, we are offering also the scholarship, so this to make it more affordable for everyone to start and to get into the tech.
Yep, you can check our website. Also, you can find us on LinkedIn, just as well to connect, to increase your network, and as well for any other questions.
Yeah, that's-
So yeah, let's check if there are any other questions. Do Jagaad hire too? Yes, we did. We actually just today we completed the hiring process for one of our graduates for a front-end direction. So yeah, sometimes we also hiring junior developers.
Yeah, it's also worth it to mention that we are, Jagaad Academy is a branch of IT company, Jagaad. And until now, that please correct me, Igor, until now we hired about five alumni.
If I counted correctly, it's 4, but yeah, anything. That's why you need to follow us on LinkedIn. And yeah, follow Jagaad on LinkedIn and visit our website. You can see it on the screen. Yeah, I believe that's it. If there is no other questions, last check. Thank you for the analysis. Thank you very much. It's very nice to hear that comments, and thank you once again for joining. You will find the recording of this meeting, I believe, via email, right? And
Yes.
yeah, thanks again. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.